This is Daniel Levi with ReviewStash.com, and I thought since there weren't many videos online of this particular case for the HTC Sensation, I thought I'd just show it off really quickly. The case is from TPU-Cases on Amazon, and you can pick this case up for about $7 or $8. The price fluctuates a little bit, and it's of course a TPU case compared to a traditional gel or silicone case, which means while it's not as shock resistant, it's a lot tougher, sturdier, and most importantly for the majority of HTC Sensation users, it does not attract dust or lint. And I can absolutely confirm that. You can leave this case in your pocket, you can put it on dirty surfaces, pretty much anywhere. I mean, as long as your environment isn't incredibly dusty or you're not out in the desert, this case will remain absolutely clean, which is pretty nice. I purchased the glossy black version of the case. There's no matte black version out right now, and it looks really great. It blends in with the rest of the phone. It almost looks like it was stock, or this is some sort of backplate or something. I didn't remove the case to show you the case by itself because, as you can imagine, this particular thermoplastic material is really rigid and stiff, so it's kind of difficult once you actually get it stretched on the device to take it off again. Needless to say, I would probably get your SIM card in and swap it out for your new micro SD card and everything before you put this case on, because it's a little bit annoying to remove. Once you get it on, though, it definitely is going to stay on. One thing I will mention, you need to be careful with aligning all of the antenna holes on the back of the case, the camera, and the secondary and primary microphone. If you don't take special care to get that aligned right, I recommend starting from the top and moving it over backwards. You'll end up pretty easily covering over ports, and you definitely don't want to do that. The only complaints people seem to have this case, and I'll say what I feel about them. The USB port cutout isn't big enough for the entire USB plug. You'll be able to make enough connectivity to transfer data or charge, and it's not particularly loose, the connection that is, but you won't hear the satisfying snap that you will normally hear using a different case or using this device without a case, which is kind of a disappointment. You could, I mean, because this material is so rigid, you could just take an X-Acto knife and cut out a chunk right there. You don't really need to, though. The volume rocker is enclosed. There's a little beveled out area there so that you can press the buttons easily, or more easy than without them. It's a little bit more difficult to use the rocker switch, but it's not painful. I don't really know why people are making such a big deal about that. I mean, there's a little bit of resistance added, but honestly, the button was too easy to press before. Other big complaint people seem to have is with the power button. This is actually a positive for me. Before, I thought the power button was also way too easy to press, and I often accidentally pressed it. Now, with the couple millimeters above the power switch, you have to press in with a little bit more force to turn the device off. You could also use the tip of your fingernail, and it's still really not that big of a deal. So I don't really see what people are complaining about there. There's plenty of room. It's perfect cutout for just about any 3.5 millimeter jack, so no worries there. But yeah, that is pretty much the case. Only other thing I have to say is that it's nice. The edge is a little bit more raised compared to other cases like the official T-Mobile case, which means when you're lying it down flat, there's a couple extra more millimeters above the surface to prevent any sort of damage to your screen. I'm able to use this case just fine with the stock T-Mobile screen protector, if you will. And you should be able to use this with invisible shields or bodyguards. It just might be a bit difficult to get on. But that is the case. That's the case with the case. If you have any questions or comments, or you'd like to see more or know more information about this product, leave a comment. I do have to say, for the price, you definitely can't go wrong. The seller is TPU-Cases on Amazon, and you can probably just Amazon search TPU HTC Sensation. They offer Amazon Prime, and it's a pretty good deal. I would recommend getting this case.